Polaris Ride Command, because it uses crowdsourced data, things just aren't so accurate. Like right now it says we're on the 417. We are not on the 417. We are on the C trail. So yeah, that was the other thing. I wanted to do a little bit of talking, comparing BRP Go and Polaris Ride Command, because a lot of guys have been asking about it. So here's the deal. They both have their pros and they both have their cons. The pro of BRP Go is that the trail data is up to date and certified because they're getting it directly from the OFSC. So all the trails on there are accurate, all the numbers are accurate, and all the trails are there. Now, the pro with Ride Command, obviously, is that it's built into the gauge. This is satellite, it's nice and big, while BRP Go, you have to plug your phone in, and it's a smaller screen, it's not in the right position, and sometimes there are connectivity issues with your phone, and it runs off of data, while on here, it's off of satellite, so you'll always know where you are. So at the end of the day, I would still choose BRP Go, because I would take the small screen for just... I would take the small screen over not knowing where I am. Because that's the problem I found. Like when I was riding at the cottage last weekend using Polaris Ride Command with the VR1, I was on the Scugog Island and it didn't even show that there was the correct trail there at all. So it's not reliable to me, and that's why it doesn't work for me. I'm the type of guy, I plan my rides before I go. I know exactly where I'm riding. And so for me, it's important. That's important. And that's why I still have my Garmin Zumo as backup for when BRP Go fails. But on this machine, I don't have a Garmin. So if the Ride Command doesn't show me the correct trail, I gotta pull out my phone and look at the app. So they're both good in their own respects. I think they can take a little bit from each other. If Ski-Doo lifted up their gauge a little bit and made the screen bigger, it would be a game changer, and built in BRP Go into the screen with satellites, that would be awesome. And if Polaris Ride Command, all they have to do to make this better is just get proper data from the OFSC instead of using crowdsourced data. And then it would be accurate and everything would be beautiful. So at the end of the day, they're both excellent mapping systems. They both have their pros, they both have their cons. There are flaws with each of them. And for the time being at least, I will continue to use my Garmin Zumo 590 because I know it will never fail me. When I'm on a 4-day trip in Quebec, I want to make sure, the one thing I want to make sure is no matter where I am, I know where I am and I know where I'm going. And that's why I like the Zumo. When I was riding in Quebec last weekend, BRP Go failed me a couple times, where it said on my screen either application not available or the whole thing froze. And to me, that's unacceptable. You want your mapping to be constant and be accurate. So that's why I have my Zumo there as a backup. Don't get me wrong, BRP Go still works and I'm using it to track my rides and stuff like that. And what I've been running on most of my trips is I have my trip planned out on my Garmin Zumo, and I also have it planned out on BRP Go, and I've been using both. And the first day in Quebec it failed me twice, and the second day in Quebec, BRP Go worked perfect all day. So it's still not reliable enough for me to trust it and to get rid of my standard Garmin GPS. So that's why I'm using both. And that's why when I go on big trips, I can't take the VR1 because I don't have a Garmin. This gauge is not as accurate. I have to say though, in Quebec, because the FCMQ does share their data with Polaris, the trails are significantly more accurate, but again, they're not perfect. And that's why I like my Garmin with track maps.
If you like that video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the Sledaddicz YouTube channel, where we release content on everything snowmobiles. Also, hit that bell icon so you can be updated every time we release new videos.